If you are watching this, you are awesome. You are one of our incredible Patreon members and a part of the Anachronaut team. Please enjoy these special gifts cause you are, as they say in human language, the shit.
All right, let's pull this bitch up first. Okay. Let's get right into it. Well, welcome. Amazing. We made it 12 episodes, and you got actual 12 episodes of bonus content. I can't even believe that is a celebration just for Clay and I that we did all that extra content just for whomever the Patreon people are right now, the two people
and
that helped us out.
And yes, thank you from my mouth to your ears as well. And boy, howdy, do we have some extra special bonus for you boys and girls today here on the Patreon? This is, as if you can't tell, we have a special guest in studio.
Yeah, we decided in fashion of it being kind of the bonus content for the 12th episode, the season finale of season 1, we'd go a little different on it. Instead of a classic segment and category, we're just shaking up the old wild card machine to bring us to Mr. Dress Up, pictured here on the right, in a segment we call Anachronology Versus, and this is the first one. This is Anachronology versus Mr. Dress Up. Big title card there. But here he is, Mr. Dress Up. Now let's a little backlog into Mr. Dress Up. This was maybe a few weekends ago. You know, one will go down the quintessential YouTube rabbit hole, and my wife and I were looking at like old shows that one would watch on, like, you know, I grew up with Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, you know, like to try to see if you'd watch things and you'd be like, oh my god, I remember that. And all of a sudden came Mr. Dress Up. He showed up in like the you might like, you know, the algorithm, and yeah, started watching it. And I remember at one point like looking at my wife like, is this in like another dimension? Like, I don't remember this growing up. I mean, at first glance, and when you watch it, it does appear to be very Mr. Rogers-esque. And the backlog is, yes, there is a very Mr. Rogers connection to Mr. Dress Up, but he's kind of like Canadian Mr. Rogers.
I was gonna say definitely 100% Mr. Rogers vibes, and the only thing that made sense, because I also, when I was made aware of Mr. Dress Up, I was like, Mr. Dress Up? I have no idea who Mr. Dress Up is, but it stands to reason that Canada, like where else, without him having, you know, like some sort of, you know, British accent or some other English-speaking country, Australia, the next best guess was Canada, and boy howdy, they do things a little different north of the border here.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously his real name was Ernie Coombs, Coombs, and he actually was a former understudy of Fred Rogers himself, Mr. fucking Rogers. And yeah, and apparently it ran on CBC from 1967 to 96, which is wow. That's most of my, I mean, that's at 96. I'm kind of getting into high school, but I mean, he was probably on the airwaves when I was a kid. You know, this is kind of in that pocket. The 60s too, late 60s.
I wonder if Mr. Rogers like gave him his blessing to basically rip off his show up in Canada, or if Coombs like hightailed it up to Canada and Mr. Rogers had no recourse. Like he's just sitting there like, oh Eddie, he escaped my grasp with my legal ability to cease and desist this motherfucker because he's taking all my ideas. Like he's got a bow tie instead of a sweater. He's got puppets, which obviously you know, Mr. Rogers is famous for his puppets. What does he have instead of the train that comes through? Is it a fucking Zamboni? Like you know what I mean?
Like even a real Canadian.
Yeah, the maple syrup express.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the real big differentiator is the big kind of like Lee Harvey Oswald glasses he's wearing here. That is like, you know, I have to say that's a choice, and it's almost, it kind of even makes the character, at least from an American perspective, like I feel off by him. Like he puts me off. Like, does he have little kids in cages, or like he's got that thing, dude. Like most serial killers kind of look like this guy in the United States.
Dude, his little like Friar Tuck puppet's got dead eyes. Like that doesn't look friendly. That looks like a soul stealing. That's like a Studio Ghibli monster that's gonna come and take your fucking soul.
Absolutely, it's really terrifying. It kind of gives off kind of like folk horror vibes and shit. It's really unsettling. And then just a really didn't try dog hand puppet. Like anybody could have made that.
Yeah, it also doesn't have like
it looks like
eyes.
shit.
It's
dead
got, like,
eyes, right?
It's like a Velveteen Rabbit knockoff. Like this guy is he's stealing all of his ideas.
They're like, Mr. Dress Up, what do you think? He's like, the eyes need to be blacker. Blacker.
Dude, even the frames, dude. He's got the blaze. Like, can these come in darker black plastic? I want them to be darker.
I do not want to see an ounce of light in those eyes.
Oh my God.
We're on it, Mr. Dress Up. So, so yeah, I mean, there's very possibly a dark underbelly to this, but it fascinated me when we needed a candidate for first versus. I said, let's go up against this chump. So let's kind of just free watch an exploration into Mr. Dress Up, and you can play along too at home. And if you're a Patreon member, again, thank you
very much
for a wonderful 12 episodes. Great first season. It's firing us up for second season. We already got great shit percolating. But you talk about by viewers like yourself, we are sponsored. Scumbag PBS.
How do we repay you? Showing you Mr. Dress Up.
This is how you are repaid here, by an amazing tour into the world of Mr. Dress Up. Now, right off the bat, we did test this one. It kind of sounded like shit. Let's try and find one. I think Record Player looks pretty good. Let's try Record Player, Mr. Dress Up. And here he is in all his glory. Let's just hold on. Let me just get him back to his. Oh, he's starting to sing. Hold on. We're gonna take this full experience here. All right, gang. Let's make the screen a little bigger.
Debuting on Anachronology.
Okay, sorry guys. You don't get AI producer or any of that stuff on this. You just get us and possibly a little bit intoxicated, inebriated, whatever method is legally allowed. And
we needed to have a drink to do with Mr. Dress Up when we knew we were getting into.
Yeah, I had a pregame Mr. Dress Up. So if you're just going into this stone sober, I feel like now's the time in the program. You need to light it up.
83. Toujours plus en français.
80s animation. Oh, it's already giving vibes.
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay. So now he plays many characters on the show. Okay, he's a clown.
He's an artist.
Paint inside the lines, Mr. Dress Up.
And this is his like fantasy treehouse.
Oh,
and a little boy and a dog. Wow.
But I'm pretty sure are just puppets. They're not even real.
Okay, so wow, right off the Dress Up, coming in hot 80s soundtrack, creepy, desolate pianos in some place is playing that.
And even the like this intro here, I guess you could infer that this is a kids show, right? Like, I mean, just by what he's doing,
yeah, it's an underhand toss. Yeah,
but it's also like not very good at all. No, like, the intro isn't good. No.
I mean, not even by 80s standards.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers, like totally, it's so clean and friendly and welcoming. This is like this is literally a knockoff Mr. Rogers, and they couldn't even knock it off. Like the intro, they couldn't even do that well.
Ernie, what are you doing, bro? All right, here we go. Let's get into the meat of the show. Ooh, already. Oh boy.
Hi. I'm playing musical glasses.
Oh.
Dum, dum, dum,
it's the same high pitch, like Maid Marian voice.
Okay, very good observation there. So very much like the Fred Rogers puppets. Maybe this guy was one of the earlier like creepy puppets on Fred Rogers, and maybe they had a falling out, and he's like, "Fuck you, dude. I'm back to Canada. I got ideas."
I've got puppets. I've got a treehouse. I got dead eyes.
I'm leaving, and I'm taking my puppets.
I'm taking my.
That's fine. You can take your puppets.
Never show you this side of the border again, Ernie.
Just remember, Daddy's got to wet his beak if you're going to take some of his IP.
Freddie needs a little taste.
Well, already this is creepy. And like you said, like there's no obviously eyes moving. It's obviously a very high-pitched voice controlling this like Nordic demon puppet thing.
And the audio is terrible on the
Awful.
soundstage. Like the audio,
It's
they didn't
so
even
terrible.
master the audio well.
This is in like someplace in Canada. Like its next door neighbor is like an albacore tuna fucking canning facility or some shit.
It'd be great if there's some like outside noise that bleeds over into the production.
Here we go.
That sounds a bit strange.
It sounds like I'm in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
I don't know.
Oh.
That sounds a bit strange, that one, Finnegan. Yeah, well, I'm going to play a tune in a minute when I
The
get
dog
more
talk.
right.
Now it would be an easy out for this puppeteer if the dog just like didn't talk. That'd be
Yeah, if the
some
dog doesn't
bullshit.
talk, I mean, or will they just do the generic like ruff or growls, or
Yeah.
they try to like, yeah, right.
We're gonna get
I
that.
don't know. Wish Mr. Dressup would come and help me get these right. The tune doesn't sound too good.
Oh, here he comes.
Well, how's the glass band coming along?
Oh,
Sounds pretty good. I heard you tinkling away on it.
there he is, Mr. Dressup. He honestly just seems like someone's gramp that lives in like Florida and comes up to see you on, in the holidays.
And here, an opportunity for the dog when Mr. Dressup, like, oh, here he comes now, a little rough. You could just do something to make the dog
No,
recognize,
there, yeah.
right? Give the dog a little personality.
No, it has nothing. I bet the puppeteer is probably on drugs.
Hey,
It sounded better before.
before it hasn't changed any.
Well, I
Let me-
didn't change anything, but
let's
listen
see.
to this one. Doesn't seem
Breaks
quite
the
Sounds a
right.
glass.
little bit out of tune. Let's see. I'll start at the.
Okay, so I think what it is, it's obviously the one puppeteer has the dog and the creepy puppet on the other hand, and that's even lazier, is that it's just one person that's barely phoning it in here on this episode of Mr. Dressup.
I can't do two voices for two different puppets. I'm using one puppet on each hand.
And obviously,
It's all-
okay, hear me out here. Now, we haven't seen much of it yet, but is this going to be more of like the Mr. Wizard meets Mr. Rogers combination that everyone wanted, and this guy, Mr. Dressup, just cracked it? He's like, I'll be a little bit of Mr. Rogers and a little bit of Mr. Wizard. I'll give you some science projects and theories and shit, and it'll be weird with puppets.
See, I know that
The CBC was like, yeah, baby.
He basically said, I'm going to take both the best of both worlds from the USA and jet up to Canada and then, make a little sandwich out of it. But I mean, I remember Mr. Rogers also like, teaching stuff, but,
Sure.
this definitely seems to be kind of encroaching on the Mr. Wizard territory.
Let's see where this goes, because he's teaching them like about like sound and water. Here we
bottom
go.
Do, do,
Yeah.
re, mi, fa, so. Whoops, wait a
Does that
minute.
sound right to you?
Lesson.
That's not right.
Drink that shit.
That's
Nope.
strange. Now,
Not white.
let's see.
Not white. Uh-oh.
Heard that too. Got to pick up on these like possible weird undertones.
that's
It's
not-
like, are they like messaging? Is it like secret
go,
fucking
Casey.
weird
That's not what it
SOS
sounded like
radar or
before. How
something?
could it be different?
I don't know. Couldn't have
Yeah,
checked. Wait a minute.
I'm actually invested on who
Hold on.
fucked with the
Remember
water.
The low note had the most water in it.
Right.
Then the higher the notes got,
Okay.
the less water.
Who
Yes.
put water in that?
Yeah.
area?
It's got a lot of water in it compared to this one.
He
That's,
spanks the
How
dog
could
and shit,
it
like
hasn't rained,
reprimands
has
it.
No.
well, how could it get more water in it?
Okay.
Finnegan,
What happened to the
do you
dog?
know something about this?
Hello,
And
Finnegan.
what'd you do?
What?
You took a little drink out of that one.
Yeah,
and
this
then-
is bullshit on Finnegan's behalf. It's like, wow, I mean, you couldn't a couple of bad ruffs and growls and pants or something.
I mean,
Silent dog?
It's yeah, dude. It's literally right there. It's so easy. You could literally
Yeah.
just mimic a dog.
Low hanging fruit,
What?
Finnegan.
Then you filled it up again.
Oh, Finnegan.
Ah.
You know, the puppeteer's like, don't touch me.
Listen, Ernie, you know that I have to be a puppeteer because you couldn't have real kids on this show. You know about
It'd
history.
be so great if there was like a seedy underbelly underneath all this, like the real relationships
got
with
all
these
these
people that had to
people.
make this show.
Well, we
Too
have to
much
keep
water
them
in it.
Just the right amount. It took us a while to plan these out too. Let's put some.
Oh
water
yeah, it was heartbreak. It was a backbreaking labor figuring this out, Mister
Out.
Mr. Booms.
Heard the big Canadian out.
back here. See if it's going to sound better. Whoops.
How's that
Oh,
sound?
no, It's flat.
We have to have a little more water. Let's see.
Fucking Ernie.
He's getting it, Ernie. Yeah, there's his lesson. Pouring water. Kids are doing this at home, making all this shit wet. All right. So he rolls in. He's already teaching. There's lessons that have already been learned. Now here's the titular thing of this episode was called Record Player. So he rolls into his crib. Now, can we get a good assessment? Mr. Rogers had a very humble flat, you know.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on. Okay, so I don't know where if he was outside, like that was the set where they were just pouring the water. If that was supposed to be outside, but looked crummy. Did not really dress that well. So now we're gonna move into his lair, and this lair. This is definitely not boding well for the aesthetic here. Weird. Rogers, very humble, very fitting of whom he is, of Mr. Rogers is. Ernie, I don't know what's going on here, but so far
this is very much like elderly man that still lives with his older mother vibe going on here. Like, look at the creepy like wooden ducks behind him on the windowsill. It screams like old woman motif of this time.
Did he dress up that lampshade himself? Like, because the shape of that lamp and the shade itself, they don't seem to. Like, they weren't bought is in one piece. Like, it seems like I bet that he's going to comment like, "Oh, and you can like make your own lampshade like I did."
Segment we missed was making that lampshade.
All the room. Just start to read the paper and the phone rings.
Who is it?
Hello, Mr. Dressup speaking. Well, hello, Aunt Bird. How are you today? Oh, that's good. So,
Aunt Bird. All right.
So does that mean is this going to be a real bird or a puppet bird?
Oh, that'd be cool. We get like a big life-size puppet.
Oh, is he going to rip off Sesame Street with a big bird?
Player. Phonograph. Yeah.
Okay, calling about the record player. Now we're tying it into the episode title. Yeah, like let's see how many like American IPs does this guy have the balls to rip off? It'd be hilarious. Like the next is just a giant like crane. It's not even a bird. You're like, oof, that's rough. it's like purple or something.
Not sure it's working, but you're welcome to use it if it is working. Well, I'll just check it.
I got a busted record player. Sure. It's yours, you old bitch.
In a minute.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna see Aunt Bird.
Bye, Aunt Bird.
I can't stand when she calls.
Aunt Bird, she wanted to know if she could borrow our record player.
Really?
And of course she can.
Whoa, let's take a look here. Panning over. Lots of lots. And here's what I'll say. Lots as in a lot of stuffed animals and such just on this man's shelf. This is
Norman Bates territory.
This is getting weird here. I mean, again, I guess this is his Mr. Dress Up, like you said, lair or like treehouse of children's fun, but
that is if it's working properly.
Oof.
Why? There it is.
Oop, not in this one, kids.
Check it out.
Don't look in here.
Okay, avert your eyes, children.
That'll be for when you're asleep later.
I got these records from Bill Cosby.
The record player
He's a great friend of the show.
Playing records is good.
Have
all of your own music. Get your favorite records.
Oh.
Hear different tunes.
Zooming in on that piece of shit.
Some people use tape recorders now.
Tape recorders now. Age is
nice too, and you
this
don't
is
have
83
to be quite as
was the
careful.
episode. It said.
And with records, you have to be careful.
He just starts like straight up DJing like in the next few minutes, like blowing our minds.
Like Mongolian throat music. I got this in my world travels.
These are just different female screams.
Turn the switch and see if it goes round and round.
These are recordings I made in the other room.
Works pretty well. Now I'll see if the needle is all right. This is something you really have to be careful of.
I was teaching another lesson
because
I guess it's cool that you're like teaching possibly kids to do this, but I don't think the kids that are watching this stupid shit are like playing records.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna pop out an LP. That's what I'm feeling. Oh, here we go. A little puppet interaction. I was like, now when are the fucking puppets coming back? Like, how does he move from this to some puppet banter about it? Let's see how he flexes.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, he's off.
How I wonder what you are.
Oh, can I say terrible music cue and song adaptation there? It was really terrible. Wow.
Bring me Finnegan.
Songs I ever learned. Carefully take the needle off first.
Mr. Dress-Up, I heard you singing.
Yes.
Dude, look,
Twinkle,
look at they're not even trying to hide the
And
arm
bird
of the
wants to
guy.
know
Like
something.
the arm is
Oh, sushi cat.
way above the
Well,
table,
I
then
thought
he
you
moved
would
it
mind,
down.
and I thought I would try it out first to make sure it works.
And
And
it
it does. And this is the record that has
And I
those
ripped
two
the
things.
eyes out of the owl on the wall.
Can we hear another tune?
This guy has
Yes,
two.
Yeah. Did we not mention the owl with possibly? It looks like the eyes that like the paintings with the eyes that move. It's like that's what that is. He just puts his eyes in there.
He's gonna pull a fucking like Ray Fiennes from Red Dragon and just start smashing glass and putting it into the eyes of fucking dead women so he can watch himself rape them. Dude is a fucking loon.
It's a slow burn with Mr. Dress-Up here.
Be here
Mr.
soon.
D.
We can try it out. All right, turned it on. I'm going to try toward the.
Oh, okay. The
Fucking
puppet,
drop the G, Mr.
puppet
Dress.
is, the puppet's like backing up.
Don't
Yo. Ugh. Ugh, look at that puppet. It is just nightmare fuel. It's
Dude,
got
that's
just like the
size.
weird fucking yarny hair.
Dude, look at the size of the hands too in relation to like the rest of the the proportions of the
So
hands are
bad.
way off, dude. It doesn't even make sense in like
So
it's supposed to be a child. That child's got like bricklaying hands.
yeah, this is scary, dude.
You know that one? Little nut.
Sure.
Oh man.
Also, the sparing set design as well. They just threw like up 3 random ass butterflies on the wall there on that like wood, that like super 70s faux wood paneling wall on there. Like throw some fucking butterflies on there.
Oh god, what's that fucking drumming movie with J.K. Simmons as the teacher? I want Mr. Dress Up to be like, "Are you dragging? Or are you fucking? Are you dragging?" Whatever the other
Whiplash with
Yeah,
puppets.
Whiplash. Yeah,
It's
Whiplash.
whiplash with puppets. Oh fuck yes. It's not my tempo, you little piece of shit.
I had a little nut tree, nothing would it bear, but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear.
Okay, that's got to be some weird Canadian song. I've never heard that fucking song before.
There's some double entendre there, Mr. Dress Up.
Nut tree. Okay, moving on. Let's see where this evolves. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we gotta play this out.
Whoa, he's got.
Okay.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Okay,
minute.
I think that. The thumbnail is showing weird shit. Here we
What
go.
is going on here,
Wait,
Mr.
let's
Dress
get-
Up?
Here we go. Mr. Dress Up.
I
What
thought
is
this
going on,
show
bro?
was called Record Player, not Bad Touch.
Oh, well, Casey,
Mr.
where
Dress
did
Up,
you get the little
look.
baby doll?
Oh, look at the freaking. Did you see that? You're right. Look at the whole arm of the
I left it at
person.
her house one time. I think I was going to ask her to make some clothes for it, but
Oh, yes.
I didn't do it.
Well,
So
the little girl or boy does need clothes.
Or
just
boy.
as diapers on now.
Ooh.
Oh, I know
We're
a
gonna
way
find
to
out
make
what it is right
clothes
now.
for a doll. It doesn't
We're
take
gonna
long
play
at
Mr.
all.
Undress Up.
now,
We're gonna cut to commercial break where we'll take a look at what the sex is. Yeah. Okay. So the puppet person, literally the entire arm of the puppeteer came up and placed the baby doll on the table.
Mr.
Great.
Dress Up, pioneering gender reveal parties since 1983.
Don't look at its underwear yet. Okay, here we go.
I will show you.
thank you.
Thank you.
At my,
Oh, he just like spread the legs on it.
I think it always takes a very long time to make clothes.
Well, these aren't fancy clothes. You can make it out of one old sock. There's an old sock with the heel all gone.
Okay, all these like craft projects that Mr. Dress Up is apparently showing kids from when he was doing it in Vietnam or something as a fucking soldier.
You don't need fancy clothes. This is just like when a fucking person kidnaps a woman and keeps her in a crawl space. He's like, you don't need fancy clothes. Just wear
I
a
know.
bag. I'm gonna
Yeah, wear this. Yeah, you'll wear this shirt I wore made out of old socks on the last episode of Mr. Dress Up.
God damn.
And see what else I got. Some yarn. I might be able to use.
Mr. Dress Up, you have a lot of woman's hair in that box.
Get out of there.
This is a very easy way to do it. And it's a kind of a one-piece sort of a cloak for the doll with a hood on it.
A hood on it. Oh, interesting, Mr.
Okay.
Dress Up. Go on. Yeah. You mean like the cloaks you wear at night, Mr. Dress Up?
Mr. Dress Up's gonna make a fucking like one of those like those rubber silicone things that you just pump the air out of. He's like, this is called sensory play, and it's good for the tactile sensation. You just need an air compressor and 8 cubic meters of silicone.
Baby, dude. Yeah. Mr. Dressup, he dresses up like at pupil at night, dude.
Now let's see, how tall is the doll? Stand up, please.
Oh
Turn
Lord.
the legs around.
Oh no.
And it should be from the tip
Even-
of her head
Please.
almost down to the bottom of her
They
feet.
just thought this was a good idea. They're like, we're going to teach little girls everywhere to go in and take their father's socks and ruin them.
Yeah,
Right
Jesus.
to there. So I'll cut this part off. Oh, good, because this way I get rid of the ragged part.
Ew, did you wear
We're
those
going to
socks?
make it out of the
Yeah,
toe
Mr.
part.
Dressup, did you wear those socks? He's like, no, I paid a young woman to wear them and sent them back to me.
I don't know if it's actually a woman, but it smells.
It was wonderful. They said they got lots of gym time.
The
You wouldn't
handwriting.
do that with a new sock, that's for sure.
No, but that's why I like to save old socks, because we
Oh.
can use them to make things.
Oh, is that
Like
right,
now,
Mr.
this-
Dressup?
Like stuffing them into my mouth.
They make great gags and Christmas gifts.
This is going to fit over the doll's head.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we have to have a hole for the doll's face to be
No shit,
Okay,
dumbass.
all right.
seen.
All right. Okay, let's dude, how shitty is this fucking like cloak with a hood he's gonna make? Like
Such a
he is,
bad idea.
dude, he is playing this off like, okay, we can take the sock, we cut it, and I'm gonna make, dude, how horrible is this gonna look, dude? This
It
is
already
gonna-
looks horrible.
dude, it's gonna be atrocious.
Yeah, and it's like these are the ideas he was pulling out of his ass on every episode of Mr.
That
Dressup.
would be very good because the doll couldn't see where she was going.
No.
Shut up
hope
while I
make
cut.
the right size hole for her head.
I'm sure
Oh
you
god.
Oh, you know all about the right sized hole, Mr. Dressup.
It's just one for their mouth.
Okay, so they made a baklava for the fucking baby. Look at this thing.
Oh, might have been-
It looks real like kind
my
of like jihadist or something. I mean, what are we putting on? What is
There,
happening
how does
here?
that-
It's an ISIS bride.
That's good,
It's an ice.
but what about her arms?
She renounced her
Yes, we have
citizenship.
arm
What about
holes
her
for
arms? She won't need to
And
move her
I'll just
arms.
find out where those go. Right about here.
Look at this. Yeah, he literally did. He's making like a hoodie for this baby.
Dude, he's making an old Italian woman at a funeral. That's what
I know he is. The producers, like the people behind the camera, are just like I can see the two camera shoot and the two camera guys just glancing at each other, side eyeing.
I'll
Like
remember that.
we've
I'll
done
hold on to the
1,000
place
episodes
where
of this
the
show.
shoulders are, because that's where the armholes have to be.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh Lord.
And this poor puppet person is down on their fucking knees having to smell Mr. fucking Dressup's farts for literally an hour every day. All in
Mr. Dressup,
that.
can you please change your pants and underwear? No.
Oh, Mr. Dressup was ripe
Give it a
today.
little snippy.
Whoa, a little snippy. We're
He's
gonna.
giving
Too bad I
snippy.
can't be grabbing sound bites throughout this. That was a good one.
Now,
Little
if I can
snippy.
find the other side. Same place.
So he's not making a cloak with a hood. He's making a fucking bag
There, I think.
with
Yeah.
a hole in the head and like a face mask,
going to be
hole
nice
cut
and
out,
warm.
and armholes.
Maybe it should be nice and warm in this. It's a fucking doll.
Now, she stands up, puts her arms up like this, the
Whoa.
same way you do when I'm putting a sweater on you.
What? Excuse. Okay, we both heard that part, right?
Oh,
Same
yeah,
as
this
you
way
do when
you
I'm
do.
putting a sweater on you. Oh, yes. Then it's cuts to us in like a judiciary meeting. We're like, so Mr. Dressup, at that point, you helped dress the nude puppet on your hand, correct? Yes, that is correct.
Underage nude puppet.
With no consent. Yes, Mr. Dressup. Show me on the doll where you dressed it.
Even like the
And put
diaper is
down.
grody as fuck on the doll.
Grody.
Over.
I love how it's such a big reveal.
One arm goes through one arm.
Let me just
hole.
put it on my lap while I do this. Just kind of right here
Another
under my
arm.
Yeah, I know.
Goes way back here.
Look at it's like the diaper's all I can see it's some scotch tape just holding this shitty diaper on this baby. This was very last minute, and I do think it's because he is also the art department on this show.
Push your arm back a little further.
Yo, he's got a wedding ring. He wifed up.
There.
Mr. Dressup's wifed up.
Mr. Dressup's taken. I guess it begs the question, who is Mrs.
Mrs.
Dressup?
Dressup.
Well, that could be the biggest question of this episode. Who is Mrs. Dressup? It's like Kirsty Brinkley or something.
Goes right down below her knees.
This is so
The arms
bad.
down.
Oh, cool. So it looks like Wicket from fucking the Ewok village. Great job, Mr. Dressup.
down.
That's nice and warm for her.
For her.
Yes.
There, well,
There.
it's not even covering its
That's a
legs.
good idea.
Whee! She says, now I'm nice and warm.
Yeah, he's spinning for ideas. He's tired.
Dude, that is fucking terrible.
Okay, what else? What is this?
Is this another doll? This is like a bigger doll.
These are dolls that are very, very well dressed.
We
This
need to
one came
undress
from
them.
a place called Labrador, and it was given to me.
Oh, it's
by
in
a
Newfoundland,
woman, and
I
she
believe.
made it. It's full inside. It's full of tea.
Okay, that's kind of
Not
weird.
tea.
And
A
it holds
lesson?
the soul of all the women that I've murdered.
These are made out of.
Oh, cool. He's gonna do like another craft project. I'll tell you something. Mr. Dress Up
Window
goes
here
to
for
work.
people that work in the bank. They're called tellers. People that work in the bank.
And what you do
Dude,
is you
this
go up and you
episode is
tell
all over the place. What is
all
he
over
doing?
the place. All over. And I mean, let's just see. A full episode, you're looking at a solid half hour, maybe
Hour.
a little less, 28, give it, of all Mr. Dress Up vamping. He's just making it through. And now he's like, oh, great. Now I did this. I made the fucking dress out of the sock. Now I got to go over. I got to do the goddamn fucking draw on the cardboard thing.
Dude, do you say this ran until 96? Like, dude, if he's like this,
96,
Dude, if this is-
67 to 96.
dude, if
hung
this is
in
the
there.
ideas he's having in 83, what the hell was he doing from like 84 to 96? Because he's scraping the barrel here.
I kind of agree. I almost want to say after this, let's peek in on a real quick 96, like the fucking golden end years of Mr.
Yeah, the
Dress Up.
swan song of Dress Up.
He's like losing his patience and throwing shit.
That's what I need. Some pieces of paper.
He's senile.
Piece of cardboard.
These are some bills I should have paid.
Why not? I'll set up the box here. And
Let's
then we can
see,
tell
lean
this
on
is
my
the part
house,
where the bank
Repo in the
are.
car.
Oh, I know what I can do with this. If you've
I can
ever
piss
been to
on
the
Put it in the mailbox for the letter carrier.
Put some baking soda in there. Really freak out your postal workers.
Thank
Mail
you.
it to your
I've
local
noticed that
politician.
a lot of the tellers, the workers there, have a little name card.
And what you do is you write on this piece of paper all 50s in one bag, or I'll blow your fucking head off.
No
So
paint
that
packs.
you know who they are. And when you come in, you can talk to them. So
Oh.
I'm going to have a name card for me. And what could my name be?
Butthead.
I know what it could be. I'll be Mr. Banks that has the bank.
I'm Mr. Banks. Just like Mr. Dress Up. Yeah, this guy's
I'll be
creativity is very one track.
We'll just put Daddy on here. Just call me Daddy. Or
Daddy.
Mr. D.
Mr. D. Ooh, I love this.
Because I know a real person named Mr. Banks.
Oh,
It's
do
my
ya?
alter
He has a
ego.
bank.
It's what I use to hire escorts.
We go to sex
I'll
parties
pretend
together.
That's what my name is. Mr. Banks. Now this will go, I guess I can put it right up here, can't I?
I guess you can. Again, I want that owl to have eyes so bad. Just human eyes blinking and looking around.
He does not want eyes on anything in the house, man. He does not want eyes.
It's very True Detective. Very like he never wanted people to really look at him. He thought it took their soul. Mr.
This is
Dress Up.
Dora Lang.
There. Now people know who
Call
I
me
am.
Reggie Ledoux.
Yeah, and that and that. Oh, I need a stool to sit on.
Where's my little puppet friend who is supposed to get that
And when I come to
stool?
work in the morning, I want to hang up my hat and coat.
And I'm going to spit in my secretary's coffee.
Smack around her tushy and tell her she's doing a good job. So he's building his little bank. He's now this like make believe
bank
shit.
is ready
It's
to
weird.
start, but I'm going to dress up. I will dress up and go to work.
He comes
so
in.
here's
He
his
comes
trunk.
back
Okay.
in, and oh, cool. Now we got a trunk. Okay, here
Okay.
we go. Now
All
it
right,
gets
here, real quick
magical.
before you start, right? Like, okay, I wonder if in this, like, I think I might be giving Mr. Dress Up too much credit here. You know, what would be an easy like gag for Mr. Dress Up? A false bottom of the trunk there, and something that obviously wouldn't fit in the trunk. They could like feed up from the bottom of the trunk. Like that's
Sure.
an easy gag. I don't
Good
think
one.
that probably from 67 to 96. Like if this is his magical dress up trunk. I don't know how grounded in reality Mr. Dress Up like wants to keep the show, but what an easy like you're having talking puppets, you know, you're doing all this other shit. That's an easy in to like add a little whimsy to the show, and I highly doubt he never did that in the entire run.
I totally agree, and I got to say, for it being called Mr. Dress Up, he's now finally getting to the dress up at about 20 minutes into this episode.
Well,
I haven't really seen him dressing up in anything
He did
else.
cut a sock and put it on a doll, so that's
Okay,
like the
I guess there you go. He dressed up a fucking doll. That's his superhero thing. He just shows up and dresses you up a little more.
This guy.
Hey, fix this.
All right,
This is gonna get really weird or really magical.
What's in his bank outfit, or what's his banker outfit?
Give me the Pulp Fiction light out of the briefcase here.
So he opens it that way. So there goes any like option to like have it be like a magical trunk.
No, it's like
Blood stains. You see here.
this is when I go incognito.
And a hat.
Okay, Mr. Dress Up. This is weak.
Oh, I think I'll have a cane.
But Mr. Banks doesn't have a tie when he goes to fucking be the president of the bank.
Yeah, what kind of fucking professional
I'm not-
businessman are we talking about here, Mr. Dress Up?
I'm gonna go apply for a mortgage from some dude who has Mr. Banks and owns a bank but doesn't wear a tie.
Just sort of swing when I walk around.
Oh God, this is cringy. And you're right. I mean, there could have been a lot of opportunity. Give me some magical lights coming out of that thing. It doesn't feel magical at all. It just feels like the creepy prop that gets brought on set every like episode.
Well, I think I'm ready to start work this morning. So I get up in the morning and have my breakfast and everything, put on my coat.
Okay, we didn't need all that backstory. That's
and my
okay.
hat, and I'm ready to go to work.
This is
Now they're gonna have vamping fucking piano. This is great.
Mr. Dress Up. I don't like you.
This is the way we walk to work, walk to work, walk to work. This is the way we walk to work to open up the bank.
Wow, a full-on musical number coming up here with Mr. Dress Up. This is magical.
I think that, brother, I think this entire show is he was never allowed to like see his like children or grandchildren again, and this is his way to try to connect with them. This is not good.
Such a dark, sad scene to the over 3 decades of Mr. Dress Up that has graced the CBC.
It's like I think the puppet operator is like doubling as a cameraman. Like there's nobody on that set. Like it's just him and one other
Mr. Dress
person.
Up, I mean Dad. He just freaks out if you don't call him Dad. I'm your father. We're making a fucking puppet show, man.
You just cut a sock and put it on a baby doll. Oh, my secretary doesn't seem to be here. I'm gonna have to dock her pay again, or ask for a favor.
What's in the vault, kid?
Another day. I like to work at my bank.
Very early Heisenberg here with the hat, glasses, and a little weird. Vince Gilligan. I think Vince Gilligan was a fan of Mr. Dress.
Oh my god!
Say my name.
Good. That's so
Say
good. Dude.
my fucking name.
So
Mr.
good.
Dress Up. Your name is Mr. Dress Up.
You're goddamn right.
Magic vamping out with the piano. That is magical. Stop
Meet
with
a
your
lot
singing.
of nice people. A lot of people come into the bank and they come in with
I
money.
want him to pantomime like getting robbed.
and
Telling the puppets, do what they tell you. Don't look them in the eyes.
come in with checks, cash. See how much money we've got here.
That would be so fucking awesome.
Yeah, if he like stages a bank robbery at his imaginary bank.
Just like you dudes with like stockings over their face with guns. Like, what? That's a great,
Pistol whipping him in
great
that-
sketch comedy piece right there. That's too bad that has not ever happened. If it has, it should. That's hilarious. Wow.
Have to have some money
Oh,
here
get
to
some
start
play
out the
money
day.
at least, Mr. Dress Up.
I have all my cards.
He's fucking insufferable.
Yes.
Foreclose
Okay.
on the Jewish couple. Don't give the African couple a bank loan.
It's time to re-up on some of these loads Mr. Dress Up gave out a few weeks ago, kids. Okay, I was gonna say at one point the puppet.
We got a new
has to be
puppet.
mixed
Oh no, it's
into
the same
it.
puppet with the fucking hat. God damn.
They've
Mr.
demeaned the puppet. The puppet has to wear the girl hat.
Oh, I want you to take these baubles and count them very carefully, please.
I'm sorry, we don't accept fucking baubles here. We deal in cash, hard cash.
Come on,
Yes.
seriously, you
Put them
have some
into my
Nazi
bank.
gold.
Put them into your bank.
And take good care of them and don't lose them.
We always take good care of everything that's put in our bank.
Good.
Ooh, I don't want the
As
marbles
they
to
roll off the
around.
table.
Marbles, that was
1,
easy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Fucking puppet couldn't even count right with him.
8, 9,
10,
10,
11,
11, 12,
And
13
then-
marbles.
Oh, fine.
Like, the
So just
arm
put
is
those into
still
my bank,
above
please.
the
First, I have
fucking
to write-
table
Yeah.
line.
Let's just look at that fully above. It's just honestly, I also think it's a terrible camera angle, and they probably should have
Well,
pushed it a
okay,
little
all right,
bit on that.
maybe this angle is not the bait. Maybe okay, Puppeteer. You did fuck up earlier. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. This one,
But
Puppeteer.
I feel like the technical
Or
director
son
of Mr. fucking Dress Up had also really phoned it in at about 83, and not knowing he had another 13 years on this show.
Oh my god!
Write this down so you'll know how many marbles are in
says
the bank.
Fuck
All right.
you,
13
and you
How
can
many
shove
belong
this
to
up
me?
your ass.
There we are, 13 marbles.
Ooh.
I'll put that right in your little purse here.
Oh, thank you.
There you are.
Now get the fuck out. Okay, so he then says goodbye. I'm sure there's some ending thoughts. Oh, is it the
Oh,
little
no.
baby's back now?
Or is that a different one? Because it's actually
Oh, Mr.
standing up. It's like a
Dress Up.
monkey paw.
Hello.
Oh, hello, little boy. How are you?
I'm
Ugh.
fine.
Good.
My
And
name-
Uh-oh.
Again, he just like now he's like putting random toys on the table and talking to them. He said, "Hello, little boy," to this very creepy looking, open mouthed little child.
I wonder what Mr. Dressup's doll budget for the year was. Like, did he fucking like? Are we talking like over 500, under 500? Like,
Bro,
is it
just those shelves alone. I mean, they were had deep pockets for Mr. Dress Up.
It's Victor.
Victor? That's a nice name, Victor. Nice to know you now,
We're
dear.
gonna have
He,
to
he
change
laughed at that a little bit, like he
Yeah.
didn't like that name.
There's
There's
gonna
gonna be.
I remember calling you pig. I remember calling you. How did
Yeah.
you get out of your enclosure?
Not having it, man. Mr. Dress Up is just laying it down. I love it.
Something to put in the bank?
Yep, cookies.
Oh, cookies.
Yes.
Free
Cookies. Oh man. And it's just like they're just vamping. They're like, oh man, we need to fill all this time, and you gotta be so tired of talking to this fucking puppet. Oh, the
Oh,
dog. Does the dog
Finnegan.
finally talk? Finnegan,
Please,
you've been
Finnegan.
quiet this whole episode.
Penny penny.
Ow, 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 ow.
Nice. You'd like to put this in the bank. Very well. I'll write it down. 1.
Yeah, honestly, that's the Finnegan's the best job on Mr. Dress Up. It's just showing up. I'd be doing this and eating a sandwich with the other hand. I would just be so
Yeah,
chill about it.
And
They'd be like,
not
I
have to worry
fucking
about-
hate Tom.
Don't even have to make a bark or growl, nothing.
Right. Listen, we've all been talking here on the Mr. Dress Up cast, and we really feel that you need to pull your weight and bark more as Finnegan.
Listen, Mr. D doesn't want it. He wants Finnegan to be a silent partner.
Yeah. I was at Summer Stock.
Penny. Penny.
Fred Rogers stole.
This is your receipt. Remember that? Receipt.
Just like I have the receipts for Fred Rogers coming for you, Fred. Wow. I mean, okay, let's get an outro. Oh, here we
what's the
go.
ending? What's the outro? What's the
let's see
outro?
how he sticks the landing. Is there like a little lesson?
Glad you could visit.
So am I.
Time to say goodbye now from Casey and Finnegan
Bye-bye,
and me.
Mr. Dress Up.
Goodbye.
Casey and Finnegan, and there he is, Mr. Dress Up, and
What's
there
the
he is.
outro?
And
Bye.
It's like the reading rainbow theme.
I loved how it was like him taking a breath there. It would be awesome if he was like, "What the fuck?" Ding, 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 ding. Just like really angry at the puppets and shit.
Oh god,
Creepy.
Casey's gonna get weird. Ernie Coombs. Oh, the public. Judith. Okay, Judith. I'm sorry, you got both into Judith.
Amazing, yeah. So it's really just him and a woman puppeteer. Again,
Okay.
very weird. She's near his crotch a lot during this whole.
All right,
thing.
we
He
we
doesn't
might
wear pants.
we might have come down a little hard on Mr. Dress Up for at least the content because written by Chris Clark. Chris Clark, the fuck
What's
are
up?
you doing? And then, dude, it takes.
I
two
put a lot
people-
of that originally on Mr. Dress Up himself, Ernie, but it seems like right. This seems to be a
And it takes 2 people to make the music for this show. Like, you
playing
need
that playing this piano song that keeps coming in and out. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, and it is very much just it's a Canadian Mr. Rogers. I mean, let's not lie. It's a straight up. Now we had interest in. Let me just look real quick, see what else we got here on the deep
Lord.
dive scroll. 83.
There he is. Look at the old
God.
dress up right
He's
there. That's
looking
old dressy.
aged here. He's looking real aged
gotta
here.
do
It's the 67.
This is like a best. It was like a mixtape of this.
It's just got like R. Kelly playing over it.
Man.
Oh my god.
Hey, they updated it.
Let's see, 96. Can you just give me the playlist? Can I cut to a straight up 96 episode?
Oh, God damn it.
Man, it's a deep. There's a real God with
94.
Sean Ashmore in 92, 95. Let's take a look at 95.
Swan song, penultimate season.
This is the penultimate.
Mr. D.
Let's hear him. Got the audio out of the one ear.
Oh,
This is 95. So this is kind of when he was hanging it up.
The magic trunk, the magic.
Drinking. I'll be honest with you. This wasn't in it before. A ton of animals all walk into his house.
Yeah, this is, but it's still shitty. Oh, you'll never see your parents. Come with me.
Yeah, I know. The train to Neverland.
Those are all furries. Those aren't even animals. Those are humans dressed up.
Oh, yeah. Bigger budget here in 95. They didn't do this whole caboose of fucking children and animals and shit.
Yeah.
It's all new.
Are there going to be real children, or are they still not allowed? He's still not allowed around them.
Oh, look at him. He's seen some years, Mr.
Dude,
Dress.
look at them puppies. Look at them puppets, dude.
You're just in time for some drawing.
For some drawing. I like that he's still rocking the fucking. I don't know if he's rocking suspenders. I think that's probably an older age touch. The older Mr. Dressup does.
No, he had the belt in the first episode. Or in 83. At 83, he was still belting.
Granny asked me to draw, and
Still got a whole new looks like a new shelf area with more creepier like gnomes and puppets and stuff over there on the top shelf.
she's going to come over later on and pick them up, she said. So the first picture is of two things, really.
Okay.
What, did he just not know what he was supposed to draw? Did he have to go like look at the cue card? Do you see him look? Do you see him look?
Yeah,
Like,
somebody's like, yeah, this could be, this could be the dementia years of Mr. Dressup.
You have to pull Mr. D.
A tree, so I'll start to draw the tree.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you were just talking about what is he doing, and I mean, here we are. He's reverted to he's drawing on a piece of pad paper with a fucking pen. He's just drawing something.
Conveniently cropping out his ring finger.
Drawing.
What if he's still got a band on that finger? Oh yeah, he's still got the shine.
The next drawing is going to be.
Yeah, look at him. Look, you see, he's just looking up. They were holding the thing for him to see what he's drawn. These are sad days for Mr. D.
And
what are you drawing, bro?
Fucking.
It's really shitty.
It's not a
he's broccoli cut.
I know. Just
He said it's not a little boy I know, it's just a little boy. Okay. Yeah, that's true. All right, so lots of apparently drawing. Here we go. I wanted to see. Are we back in with the pups? Brand new puppets, raccoon puppet.
Yo, Casey had to go.
You know what they did? They updated the creepiness of like the creepy like full core puppet. They were like, it has to go.
Look at the fucking eyes once again. Black as fuck eyes.
Yep, black as fuck eyes on the person, like the person puppet, and obviously it's easy for a raccoon.
Let me see.
Story about this
Right.
picture.
Hey, I know. This story is about a cat.
Oh, they actually gave him some whites of the eyes, though. Oh my god.
And the cat had a toy, see? And the cat
I'm a trash eater, see?
It was a little mouse. And the mouse went,
I like the Freddy Krueger ass fucking shirt they put him in. That's pretty good. That's pretty dope.
I mean, at least this animal can talk.
and one day,
Poor Finnegan is a rendered mute.
a mouse.
Or this is actually the person that was doing Finnegan. They're like, listen, I need this job. I'll start making it more animated. And then Finnegan evolved into a fucking raccoon by the next season.
And that's the end. Sorry, Lorenzo. Thank you, Alan.
Oh, Lorenzo. Okay, so they had to try to get the Latino vote.
Right, we're keeping it ethnic. We're keeping it, inclusive. That's cool. I'm sure Mr. Dressup gets snippy with Lorenzo.
So why is there so much negative space behind him? Just so that they have like a backdrop, so it's not distracting. I'm guessing. Like on that
no,
corkboard, like,
you're right.
because the
There's
corkboard
nothing
on either side. On either side, there's like crappy drawings, and then in the middle, there's nothing. But he's standing in front of the middle.
Again, I just feel this is the year. This was when everyone didn't care. No one was even looking at the monitors. Actually, they just like turned the cameras on and left. We'll be back, Mr. Dress Up.
Mr. Dress Up, we'll be back.
A mommy made cupcakes for a party, and the mommy said, "Don't eat the cupcakes."
It's still, I'll tell you though, the translation of the big weird hands carried over. So this puppet maker, just like you said, made creepier. It's creepy face too. Like,
Does it?
No, like, is it like furry on the side? I can't
That's what I'm
tell.
looking at.
Shitty video isn't helping, but it's a strange puppet.
It's Lorenzo. Oh no, I think his whole thing is kind of furry. Okay, all right, yeah, his whole
And the
face.
hair as well. I gotta say that's a little bit okay, cool. I mean, he is Lorenzo. Lorenzo's hair would probably look like that.
Yeah.
And
Lorenzo's got a
he's
little...
like, now we're gonna put it in this envelope and burn it. No one will never know what Mr. Dress Up saw. Mr. Dress Up, no.
Are you familiar with incantations? Do you know what a Ouija board is?
Mr. Dress Up's ex-wife, ex-Mrs. Dress Up, she's gonna have a nightmare tonight. All right, Mr. D, let's see how you wind it down. Then there's a lot of some.
We'll mail this to my friend Ted Kaczynski.
Adoringly yours, Mr. Dress Up. Oh, Mr. Dress Up put on a fake stash.
Oh Lord, Mr. Dress
Oh,
Up.
here we go.
Why? These books for that, but I think I will be a librarian with a mustache.
Oh, he's gonna be a librarian.
Okay, now let's just say here we are. It's 95. This is, of course, he's dressing up. Look how lazy. We're not rolling out the fucking chest anymore. Pull the fake clippable mustache out and put it on, and this is his costume. This is how far you have fallen, Mr. Dress Up.
I want him to grab the same hat and the same like umbrella cane and be like, "This is the way we go to the library." It's just the same song,
Same
but he was
song.
the baker.
Yeah.
It's the same
Just
thing.
3 decades of that. This is madness.
Every job he does this. Oh, let me see. Hustler, swank, smut.
Oh, Owl. That's
Fantastic.
awesome. Here we are. It's
Yeah.
95. Owl is still on the wall with no eyes.
Yeah, keep it.
Keep it on the wall.
That'll never leave the set.
Mr. Dress Up comes to every meeting with the clippable mustache on.
Okay, so if his bank was accepting marbles and fucking a piece of paper or what was it, cookies, what the fuck is he gonna give away at the library? Or what are the people who borrowed from him gonna return?
Librarian stool?
You look a lot like that punk ass librarian.
This is an empty matchbook that I'm returning.
All right, here we are in line. Okay. So I'm gonna go first, okay? I'll go first, please.
Well, first of all, people would be like, get that fucking raccoon out of this library.
Yeah.
And it's dressed in human clothes. What the fuck?
This thing's fucking rabid. I'll be an animal control officer and I'll have to decapitate it to test it for rabies.
he just shoots a few slugs in it.
It hits her with the shovel.
That was locked under a special box under Mr. Dress Up's couch.
Mr. Dress Up broke Judith's hands.
Is this your library card?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Fix
No,
the
it says-
mustache. See, he's not caring. Look at it. It's falling off. They were like, and then you can wear like a fun little, no, I'm just going to wear the mustache. Okay, that's fine.
It says here, you're Latino, Lorenzo. Well, we know habla your language. Get the fuck out. Oh, here's a book on how to make churros. This is the one you can have.
Just the exact moment that Mr. Dress Up was canceled.
Animals right here. So,
Didn't age well, Mr. Dress Up.
Oh, look at this right here. Someone put a Polaroid of a man with no pants. How did that get in there?
You take this home with you, Lorenzo.
Don't show
So, and then he's going to obviously check a book out to a raccoon. Ooh, what is this? Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
what's,
wait a minute.
ooh, here
we
we
have
go.
like
Oh, we get animations.
Yeah, like
there was a clown named Rosy Nosy.
Wow. So now you get in 95, you get like animated story time with
Dude, it's
Mr.
like-
fucking Dress Up.
production budget got went up for this. This is
Oh.
I know we've only seen a little bit of Mr. Dress Up, but this is leaps and bounds above anything else we've seen.
God, look at the fucking giant fucking hand on that person.
If wait, yeah, does it have the proper amount of? It actually has a proper amount of fingers.
It
I was gonna say it
does,
looks
but the
like
fingers are all in like a really weird formation where it's like, I don't know. I guess that's the thumb back there, and all the other ones are like droopy hot
like
dogs.
holding. Yeah, it's like holding it all.
What do you think, Mr. Dress Up? Their hands need to look creepy like hot dogs. Okay, well, fucking,
How will you
we'll fix
know?
it.
Rosie Nosy had put on his rose-colored.
Okay, yeah, we definitely got some serial killer clown vibes that have now been sprinkled on top of Mr. Dress Up.
If I wonder if at the end of the credits roll, if it says like the puppeteer is still Judith, whatever her name was, and I wonder if like this is just props from her like weekend gig of being a puppeteer. And Mr. Dress Up was like, all right, show me what you got. Yeah, we'll use this. Will you bring that to set? I'll just do something with it.
I can't keep stealing socks for you to cut up.
Then what am I buying all these dolls for?
His rose-colored coat and pants. And
What the
tie.
fuck?
Oh, this is just such a weird trip down a memory I don't even remember. You know, like it's like
Luckily for us,
we did have Mr. Rogers, which was a little more palatable, and I mean,
dude.
didn't go here, man.
Dude, if anything, Mr. Rogers is 10 times cooler after seeing Mr. Dress Up.
What's that nondescript like bottle there near the fucking Broadway?
That's my
mirror?
feel-good medicine.
I know. Pinky the Clown was sipping the pink sauce.
So Rosie Nosy rushed over to the circus ring and climbed in.
I'll tell you though, the piano player got work on this show. They have a fully automated piano that plays through the entire show, vamping like a motherfucker, vaudevillian.
Yeah, they
All right,
needed.
let's round this off, Mr. fucking Dress Up. Let's see. Oh, he dressed up.
no.
Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
like this. Oh, here it is. Let's get a final,
Oh, he's got the trunk back.
final chest reveal.
When you just want to
More dolls.
Wow. Yeah, the doll collection has gotten insane, dude.
Yep. Little way less negative space on those shelves.
Yep, all black, lifeless eyes. None of them can
Mm-hmm.
have any whites of their eyes. That's always on the rider. If you come to work on the show, that's the first thing they tell you. Don't ever give him anything that has like whites in its eyes. What? Just trust me. Yeah, that and just like yeah, dude. This is you're right. This is the swan song, and can you imagine what the inside of this same chest must smell like every time they open it? It just smells like farts and like
Okay,
I don't even
so
know,
can I
sadness.
be a silly school teacher?
Oh, that's right.
There's some rotting fruit in here.
All the flies have died, kids. Oh wow.
All right.
Okay, so same gimmick from way back in like the fucking early 80s episode we saw. It's just a fucking jacket, this time with a bunch of polka dots on it.
Yeah, some felt on it. Like, what's his character going to be? Oh, he's going to be a clown. Oh, okay. So he's going to make a clown
boy.
now. Oh, God.
Silly hat. Let me find a silly hat.
Okay, always with the silly hat, Mr. fucking Dress Up. Oh, this'll do, kids.
Aha.
Little mohawk. Yeah, that's
Oh.
the Mr. Dress Up I want to remember.
Okay. If I walked into if I walked into like, you know, let's say like 11th grade like chemistry class or something, and my teacher was wearing this, I'd be like, all right, okay, cool. Let me see what today's lesson goes. When I see Mr. Dress Up put this on, I'm like, what the fuck is he gonna do now? What
Yeah.
shitty idea is he gonna have?
Like unhinged Hugh Donahue or whatever that.
Or Phil Donahue.
Phil Donahue. Yeah, he just looks like he's lost his fucking mind.
That's pretty silly, isn't it?
No.
All right, then. I am the silly teacher.
Okay, wow, that was his dress up, the silly teacher. See, yeah, these are not even trying anymore.
And it's another morning. I'm
He's like, and I wake up, and now I'm going to work, and I'm at work, and I'm gonna have a snack. And
Oh man, it'd be great if when he put on that fake mustache, if he said, "Oh, it just needs a little trim," then he just made it a little Hitler stash.
right, yeah, a little too short.
Let's get ready to go over to my silly school and teach my silly students. So off the
What a
silly
message.
school we go.
Silly school. Look, again, the vamp walked to school. Same thing. He walked to the bank. There was a weird song. Was every episode like this that he just got in a pretend costume and then walked to with the song to the place of work?
Later. This is 12 years later, bro.
This is nuts. Look at
Oh fuck! Blows out his ACL.
Just cut to that piano player who's played this way too many times. Okay,
Whoa,
taken from the Mr. Rogers book, going outside. He did that a lot. He would be like, I'm going to change it up, kids. Into his garden.
So are Casey and Finnegan relegated to outside again?
Oh, is this the old ass hood? Is this like the old Mr. Dress-Up tree where he used to live?
Before I did. Oh, that's good. Well, I'll just go in and greet them this morning.
Oh, okay, so they, dude,
Yeah.
Casey and Finnegan are toast. It's Lorenzo and the raccoon.
Yeah, they came up against some focus group and they're like, listen, Casey and Finnegan, ages 9 to 16, are causing incredible nightmares. Okay.
Do you have anything more inclusive?
So yeah, they're out. And then all of a sudden, yeah, here we go. The vamp, he's got the weird hat on. He's the crazy teacher.
Alex, why aren't you answering?
Because my name is Bibble.
Alex, I'm going to need to see you after school, and you're not going to tell your parents.
And let's see. Do we keep the same outro all these years, or is it all like super fresh and like crazy?
Mr. Dressed Up Silly School was closed after a silly school shooting.
Bye-bye.
He made me wear a silly hat.
And Lorenzo,
And me.
Mr. Dress-Up.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Ooh, it's really bad. Yeah.
Dude, how the hell did this
Amazing. Ernie Coombs,
Ernie
bro.
Coombs, man.
Ernie Coombs rocking. I'm gonna see if I can see some specs on how many episodes he put in the bank here. Okay, it looks like new puppeteers. The old lady split.
Judith is gone. Yep,
She got farted on her face too many times. She's come out of here, Mr. Dress Up. You farted on me for the last time.
You better not break that NDA, Judith.
What an adventure. I mean, obviously, again, like just something I have never, ever heard of. God, wait. I have now officially so screwed the Anachronology YouTube algorithm. Just going to be getting bombarded with more and more Mr. Dress Up.
There is times when the Epic Traverser comes out with stuff that I'm genuinely like interested in and be like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. This is something that I am glad I know it only for the sheer fact that I can make fun of it. This is terrifying. This show is like it's on for 66 to 96 or 67.
It's a big haul. Okay, so I did find some facts. 29 seasons of Mr. Dress Up. Just guess how many episodes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So if there's 29 seasons, let's say that there is 30 episodes per season. So let's say there's 600 episodes of Mr. Dress Up.
Okay. Per my findings on the Mr. Dress Up official Wikipedia, 4,000 episodes. What the fuck?
Dude, what the fuck, dude? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. Okay. So wait a second. 4,000.
Bananas.
Dude, that's 137 episodes a year, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, did he just never stop making Mr. Dress Up episodes? Here, I'm going deep. I'm gonna ask the interwebs how many episodes. That is insane if that is true.
He's like, if I can't be better than Mr. Rogers, I'm gonna outwork Mr. Rogers.
It does. Google brings it up at 4,000, but that's fucking absurd,
dude. That's insane.
I know, that blows my fucking mind. I don't know. It's not giving me any other deep dives, but it's saying 67 to 96. That's fucking solid.
That's insane. That's an insane amount of Mr. fucking Dress Up. That's too much Mr. Dress Up.
That's too much Mr. Dress Up. And all Canadian. And it says here, what does this say here? Oh, this person randomly said, apparently there were so many of them that they are hard to find. Mr. Dress Up predated Betamax tape use. So they're like, there's probably thousands of lost Mr. Dress Up. That's our new thing. That's actually going to be season 2 on Anachronology. We're all supporting the bring back all the Mr. Dress Up beta cams.
I've got an eBay alert out right now for the master tapes of Mr. Dress Up. Like there's Mr. Dress Up sitting in a salt mine somewhere. Fucking the OG fucking masters of Mr. Dress Up. 4,000 episodes of this.
And 4,000 of what we just barely made it through in this first ever Anachronology Versus, and Mr. fucking Dress Up, dude.
No wonder why Judith had to call it quits. He was doing puppeteering for fucking 4,000 episodes. Like, I got the carpal tunnel, Mr. Dress Up. He's like, I'll bring in Lorenzo and the raccoon. You get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm sure he has far left this planet. Our good man, fucking Ernie Coon. We lose Ernie. Oh wow, yeah. You know what? This is wild. Ernie checked out September 18th, 2001. He went right after the towers went down. He was like, America's dead. And he died. And he said that. He was quoted, America's dead. And then he got into a car. He pumped in some carbon monoxide, him and the puppets in there.
His passport was found at Ground Zero.
Heavy. Oh my God. I know. Like that. There was some real deep conspiracy shit. Yeah. Ernest Arthur Coombs, man. Canadian children's entertainer. I mean, you're more than an entertainer. And that's the thing. You got to think about the Mr. Rogers effect, right? Everybody grew up with Mr. Rogers. It's in a sense where it's like, you know, he helped raise kids. This guy, I'm sure there's a lot of Canadian people, if you mention his name, you're like, oh my God, I love Mr. Dress Up. And you're like, this is why Canadians are weird.
Explain, please. Explain. Because I'll tell you why. Mr. Rogers was the shit. Ernie Coombs, he ain't too good at being Mr. Dress Up. And that's his whole gig, is being Mr. Dress Up. Damn, like, I don't want to speak ill will of the dead, Ernie. I'm sorry, but bro, I mean, your show fucking sucks.
Oh, it's terrible. And I'm sorry, I'm very partial. And I do think if we had to stack up a head-to-head of Mr. Rogers versus Mr. Dress Up, I feel like Fred Rogers has a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Oh, freaking just like the litmus test of, I think if you were to take any like 5 minutes from across the 4,000 episodes of Mr. Dress Up, any 5 minutes, Mr. Rogers, I think you could very easily show a group of people to be like, which one did you like better? And that focus group would be like, I don't know who this Mr. Dress Up guy is, but fuck him. I like the Mr. Rogers guy way better.
I want to go to imaginary land with Mr. Rogers and his puppets. I don't want to be fucking cutting sock dresses out with fucking Mr. Dress Up. But yeah, thanks everybody, Patreonies, for hanging tight again with us for season 1. We'll be back with season 2 and more special stuff like this. This is the first versus. There can be lots of more watch parties. Throw us some ideas. What should we watch?
Yeah, I am very glad that we have this brand new segment, Anachronology Versus. I am not glad that we fucking had to tear down this man, but he kind of had it coming to himself. Mr. Dress Up. I mean, you had 4,000 of these to like put out there, and apparently so far not one of them has been any good. But oh man, thank you for your service, your Canadian service, Mr. Dress Up.
Thank you, Mr. Dress Up, and thank you to you, Patreon members. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.